time to move on to the handle material. I'm going to use this forest green and an olive drab. I'm going to combine them together. So now we've got to cut it in strips. You can use a ruler and a pair of scissors to cut them, but what I prefer to do, because it makes it a lot faster, is a simple little cutting board like this. You can buy it at Walmart or a fabric store, and then a cutting wheel. When you're using the cutting wheel, be careful not to slice your finger open. They are very sharp. And then I just use a simple straight edge. This one happens to be clear. It does not have to be clear. And to do this, you fold your material. So this is going to be 4 thicknesses thick. If you've got a sharp rotary cutter, that's not a problem. Just line it up on one of the lines there, and these are 1-inch intervals, so I want this to be 2 inches wide. Just line up the ruler on the 2-inch mark and just slide through with a rotary cutter. Again, be careful on your fingers. And then do the same thing for the other color. Fold it so that it fits on the width here. Again, I'm going 4 layers thick. You can do thicker, I prefer not to. Line everything up. And I make these 2 inches wide. Obviously, if you're making a different style handle, you may have to adjust the width. After you've got the amount of material that you want cut into strips, now you got to cut the proper length. So now these are doubled up when I unfold them. You can unfold them all the way if you want, but that's doubled up material. And I want these about 11 inches long. Here I don't use a straight edge. Again, the mat is marked out in inches, so 11 inches is right here. Nice little cut there. That's 2 pieces. There's 2 more pieces, and you unfold that last piece, and there are 5 11-inch pieces, and we'll just cut up the rest. Next, we're going to make the crash carta, starting kind of backwards here because I've got the clamps staged over at the stump where I set up. As you can see, all the fiberglass resin on the ground. Where I actually do the pressing, where the fiberglass resin will drip out. If you do this inside, it's going to make a mess. Make sure you do it over something large to catch the mess. But I use 4 C-clamps. They're 4-inch C-clamps, I believe. Yep, there are 4-inch C-clamps. And then we come over this way to the work table. And we get this set up and explain what we're doing here. We're going to make the crash carta. Might even be better to zoom in a little bit. Alright, what I've already done is I've mixed into this container about 11 ounces of fiberglass resin, and I'm using 3M brand today. Sometimes if I can find it cheaper, a different brand, I'll use a different brand, but it really doesn't matter what brand you use. I'm working on just plain old wax paper. That's what I'm going to wrap the material in. And I've already measured out the hardener that comes with the fiberglass resin into the shot glass. And what I've done here is that green and olive drab material that I cut up earlier, I've got here, and I'm alternating it 3 layers of each color. Just 3 green, 3 olive drab, 3 green, 3 olive drab. I've got a total of 24 layers here, probably thicker than I need, but when you press that, you can get an idea how thick it'll be. can always sand more away. You can't add more to it. So I want, with 24, I could probably get away with less. And if I run out of resin, I'll be using less. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm wearing nitrile gloves. I put on 2 pair. You'll see why as we go. I only flip over the first piece. I just want to make that first piece, sure that first piece has resin on both sides. All 24 layers, and fold it up. And put it in the press. Now this press is just built like a miter box. It's 2 inches wide with sides. It's got a 2-inch wide piece of steel on the bottom. And we're going to put a 2-inch wide piece of steel on top. Just get a nicer press when you're using the steel as opposed to wood. And here's where the 2 gloves come in handy. Be back in a minute. Alright, they're pressed. The excess resin, as you can see, is running out of the ends of the wax paper. That'll be set up probably within 2 hours or so, but I won't use that for at least 24 hours. I like to let it cure. I have had some failures at this. Not sure why. When it has, I've got a piece over here actually. When it has, I've changed out the hardener and that seems to have worked. But as you can see, or maybe not, tell you what, I'll show you when there's more light, and I've got 2 hands. We'll be back when it's time to cut the crash carta.